Vishesh Roy and Rika Roy.
Hi Rohit, you might not have scored a century, but would you say this is the best you have felt while batting in an overseas test match? Because your innings was a glitch-free innings, and just it was a matter of just 17 more runs.
Yeah, you can say so. This would have been uh, the I wouldn't say the best, because as long as you're playing, there will be a lot of opportunities that you'll have. But I would say certainly challenging, the most challenging that I've played. Yes, but yeah, I felt very good. I was really happy with the way we started off. Unfortunate dismissal, but I couldn't have done anything to that.
Rohit, hi, Rika here. Brilliant knock there. I'll have to ask you about KL Rahul's knock as well today. You perhaps had the best seat in the house for that knock. Please tell us about what do you think about that knock?
Yeah, it was his probably the best that I have seen KL bat. I thought he was very much in control from ball one till we finished the day today. He looked very much in control. At no given point, it looked like he was confused or he was thinking too much. He was very clear with his plans, and when you're clear with your plans, when you trust your plans, it definitely works. And I thought today was his day, and he made it really count.
Question Sarkar and Amol Karadkar.
Rohit, purely from a mental point of view, like someone like you or Rahul with so many range of shots, how difficult it is to control the mind that I'll not play this shot. I'll not be enticed by the deliveries outside the off stump. How difficult it is to control the mind when you know that you have the range.
I mean, that's the challenge of Test cricket. You may have a lot of shots in your books, but when the conditions are against you, you have to keep talking to yourself, and you have to cut down the shots that are unnecessary, especially with the new ball. Once you play, once you get the feel of the pitch, once you get the feel of the conditions, then maybe you can try and play some shots. But I think it is important, to respect the conditions here. We always talk about it, but it's also important to go and implement there. And that is something I thought, us as a batting group, we've done, reasonably well, right from Australia tour till today. I think, batters now understand their role, which is the most important thing, and I think they're playing by their role.
Just to take that forward, can you just talk about what has been the discussion between you and Rahul since last week, considering you both were opening together in test matches for the first time, and both were in more than having a point to prove it was more about shouldering the responsibility, being senior players in the group?
Honestly, there was no discussion because KL was not supposed to play the first game. Mayank was supposed to play that game. Unfortunately, he got hit on his head and he was out due to concussion. And then, KL stepped in. And only then we started, once we went out to bat, we started discussing about, what we need to do and things like that. Because, yes, it's the first time I opened with KL in Test cricket, but I've batted with him a number of times, and we know each other's game, we understand each other's game, and it's important to keep talking in the middle. And it can be very lonely out there if you're not communicating. And I think it's always nice to have a partner who's willing to communicate and take the game forward. And KL and myself, the mindset of both are pretty similar. We understand each other's game, like I said, and we want to take the game forward. But having said that, you just need to understand which which conditions you're playing and what sort of bowlers they have. Once you finalize those plans.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Once you understand those plans, things becomes quite easier.
Yes. Last three questions now. There's one question on chat from Nitin Naik. He says, the template of leaving balls in the English conditions. Did the 2019 World Cup performances give you some idea, as in that too you started off patiently before exploding?
Yeah, see, I mean, leaving the ball in England is something, which is very, very necessary. Especially when you start off your innings, the pitch is not true because of the softness in the pitch, and sometimes there are grass cover on the pitch, so it doesn't quite come as you expect it to come. So balls which are outside off stump, you need to understand what pace the ball is going
Recording
and
stopped.
what sort of height the ball is carrying. So all those things is very important to understand. And yeah, I mean, to certain extent, yes, the template that I follow in ODI cricket can be a little helpful when you play Test cricket, because of course
Recording in progress.
it's important
Recording stopped.
it's important that you understand and try and make sure that you know that where your off stump is, and try and figure out from there.
This will be the final question now. Vaibhav Bola.
रोहित भाई, जिस तरीके से आज दिन का खेल खत्म हुआ है, इंडिया बहुत स्ट्रांग पोजीशन में है और ऐसा लग भी रहा है कि इस मैच को हम 4 दिन में भी जीत सकते हैं। और अगर ऐसा होता है तो 15 अगस्त के दिन हिंदुस्तान को एक जीत मिलेगी और देशवासियों को सेलिब्रेट करने का एक और मौका मिल सकता है।
सल्यूट सर, क्या बोला आपने। अगर ये हुआ तो सही, बड़ी बात है, बढ़िया हो जाएगा हमारे लिए।